What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1990 movie Edward Scissorhands. So in this movie, we follow the story of Edward, an unfinished artificial humanoid who has scissor blades for hands, and he is taken by a suburban family and falls in love with their teenage daughter. So I absolutely love this movie. I think it's really good. It's got a very unique story and it's very original and everything. Edward is a very lovable character, and Johnny Depp gives one of his absolute best performances in this movie. He's just absolutely amazing in here. And Winona Ryder is great too. Her chemistry with Johnny Depp is really good. They were dating at the time of making this movie and everything, and they worked really good together in this movie. Vincent Price is really good in here too, as the inventor who invented Edward Scissorhands. He doesn't have a lot of screen time, but he is great in the little bit of screen time that we do get. He's amazing in here. And Diane Wiest is really great too, and Alan Arkin as well as her husband. They're just both really lovable characters as the ones that take in Edward and kind of are parents to him and stuff. They're really good characters and played by really good actors who do a really great job bringing them to life. And I love the quirky feel and gothic look of this film that you expect from Tim Burton. It has that quirkiness and weirdness to it, but with some kind of weird quirky humor that isn't too over the top and really done well and everything, but it doesn't shy away from being dark and serious when it needs to be as well. And the tone is pretty good, although I will say that it gets a lot darker in the last act of the movie. The makeup on Edward looks amazing too. I think that he looks awesome, and they did a really great job on the makeup on Kimberly too at the beginning and end of the movie, when its book ended with her telling the story of Edward Scissorhands to her granddaughter and everything, and they do a really good job at making her look like an old lady and everything. And Winona Ryder was really good in that scene too, at making you not really recognize her and everything under the makeup and stuff. So I thought she was great too and everything. And the practical sets and effects in this movie are amazing too. The castle that Edward lives in is really awesome. It has a really cool gothic look to it and everything. It's kind of creepy looking, but also just really cool looking. And the inventions of the inventor and stuff that we see in there look really awesome, with awesome practical effects and stuff. And it just looks really amazing. And this is one of the best movies that utilizes Tim Burton's visual style. He just has a really unique style, and he brings it to all of his movies, but this one in particular is just some of his best directing work, I honestly think. And I just love his style in this movie, and this is definitely a highlight of his career. And I really love Danny Elfman. His score is really amazing in here and everything. He did a really great job with the music and everything. It has a lot of good suspenseful parts in it and everything, and the music is really good in there. And then the magical sense that it brings at the scene when Winona Ryder's character Kimberly is dancing, when he's shedding the ice and making ice sculptures and stuff, and she's dancing and it looks like it's snowing on her and stuff. Just a beautiful scene, and Danny Elfman's score just really brings out that scene really well. The cinematography is really good too. It looks really gorgeous and everything, as you would expect from Tim Burton. His cinematography is always really good in his movies and everything, and this one's no exception. And I love the nods to classic stories like Frankenstein and Beauty and the Beast. This has a lot of nods to those movies. The ending especially is reminiscent of Beauty and the Beast. I mean, not Beauty and the Beast, but of it's really reminiscent of Frankenstein, which is really cool. Well, not totally ripping it off. It has its own unique ending too, but they do a good job at making it work really well and everything. And I just love like themes and stuff of isolation and finding yourself and stuff like that. It's done really, really well, and Edward is a really relatable character, really well written and everything, and I think they did such a good job with this movie. The only negative I have with this movie is I think it's something that Tim Burton was going for with this, but some of the characters in this movie are just obnoxiously annoying, mainly the neighbor characters. I just can't stand him, and Anthony Michael Hall's character, I can't stand him either. He's just a really unlikable jerk and everything. He really didn't get any redeeming qualities to him. He just is a really unlikable, jealous boyfriend that you just can't stand and everything. You're rooting for Edward the entire time and everything, and he just gets worse as it goes on. He does remind me a lot of like Gaston and stuff, and I know that Tim Burton was bullied by jocks and stuff in high school, and this was kind of his revenge of making the jock the villain of the movie, which I thought was a really cool way to do that and everything. So remember, you better be nice to people or you might end up becoming the villain of a movie. But all in all, I think this is an absolute classic. I absolutely love Edward Scissorhands. It's one of my absolute favorite Tim Burton movies, if not my favorite, and I really debate between this one and a few other movies of his, but this one is definitely one of my absolute favorites, and I'm going to go as far to say that I give this one a 10 out of 10. It's a really, really good movie. Even the annoying neighbors can't bring it down for me and everything, because they were supposed to be annoying and stuff, and it worked. It's effective, and it's just a really, really good movie. Very, very entertaining, very lovable characters, and just a really fun time, and it's beautiful to look at. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Edward Scissorhands. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.